Alright, we're back for pack number 3. Our rare is Deadlock Trap, which is not that exciting. I'm not going to take it here. Gear Shift Ace. We've got a couple of vehicles rather, so it's kind of nice. It's also a 2-drop, which we have lots of, but I don't mind having a few more. What else? Acrobatic Maneuver is good with Revolt, but we only ended up with 2 Revolt cards, so I don't think I want to take that here. Oval Chase Daredevil is kind of interesting. It's good in an aggressive deck, and we are aggressive and have some artifact synergies, so actually looks kind of good to me. It also fills a good hole in our curve, where we don't have anything at 4 mana right now. So I think I like that better than Gear Shift Ace and a Trick, and like Eager Construct or whatever. Electrostatic Pummeler doesn't quite look like what I want to be doing, but Sky Skiff does. We have lots of cheap creatures. We have some vehicle synergies. I guess 1 vehicle synergy, but we might pick up that Gear Shift Ace or something else later on, and this is just a good card in an aggressive deck in general. So, seems good to me. Prophetic Prism, not good in our deck. Ambitious Aetherborn, a little expensive, but we might play 1 if we got it on the wheel or something. Alright, there's a good, 2 good removal spells. So I think I favor the Tidy Conclusion here, just because we don't have any hard removal right now. We have the double Cruel Finality, which is, certainly worse than Essence Extraction, but not by a bunch. Life gain's nice, but if we want to kill something with like 4 or 5 toughness, we're just going to have something like Tidy Conclusion in our deck. Other than that, Sky Swirl Harrier, just like stuff that's clearly worse than these 2 cards, so pretty easy pick, I think. Alright, this pick is interesting. We could take another vehicle, but I don't think I want to play 4. It just seems like way too much. No idea what that sound effect was. Servo Exhibition. Don't know how I feel about this. We have 1 Mass Pump spell. It can crew Sky Skiffs. It can crew all our vehicles, so that's kind of nice. Cockworker's Puzzle Knot, also good. But I think it's just slightly worse. Fragmentize, we already have a Decommission, so I don't think I want to take that. Thriving Rats is just worse than all our other 2-drops, and I think it's worse than Servo Exhibition. We have these Fen Haulers that we're looking like we might play at this point, so don't hate this pickup. Now what do we have here? Nothing great, it doesn't look like. Self-Assembler with nothing to go get, and I don't really want to be playing like a slow mid-range grindy value card anyway. I'd much rather have a card like Subtle Strike, which is just an excellent trick. Don't know if I want to play both these Cruel Finalities. Subtle Strike, I think, is just, it does like a very similar thing, but just better. It's like a Cruel Finality, but it gives you a permanent counter, which seems nice to me. Die Young, also fine. What do we have that cares about energy? We have the Harvester. That might be it. The Poisoner, I guess. But I still think I like Subtle Strike better than Die Young. I guess I'll take a Sky Swirl Harrier now. Might or might not play it. Leaning towards not, but we'll see. Oh, it's a late Veteran Motorist. So how good is Inspired Charge in our deck? Ways to make multiple guys. Poisoner, Countless Gears Renegade, Servo Exhibition, Hidden Stockpile. It might be okay. It's an option at least. What about Fabrication Module? We don't have a heavy energy theme, but this is probably one of the better modules just in a vacuum by itself. Just 4 mana tap it, put a counter on something. Probably a little too inefficient, but it's worth a look, I guess. But I'll just take the Inspired Charge. It's a good option to have for deck building. Wow, another Tidy Conclusion. Hello. Achromatic Maneuver came back, but I don't really want to play it. But I'm not going to play Metal Spinner's Puzzle Knot either, so I guess I'll take this. It looks like we're at the dregs of the pack now. Not playing any of these. Alright, so we've got a couple cuts to make. How are we on creatures? 12 creatures, plus 3 vehicles, plus servo exhibition. That's 16 quote-unquote creatures, but the vehicles don't quite count as a full creature because, you know, you need another creature to crew them, obviously. So it's like 13 plus the 3 vehicles is like, you know, 15-ish we can call creatures. Also, the Fenhullers don't exactly count because they don't come down till later. And I don't think I want to play the second one. I think I want to cut this Implement as well. I don't want to go too deep on the improvised plan for just these 2 cards, when this card just isn't what we want when we're trying to be aggressive. So I think I want to get another creature in here somehow. Let's take a look at this. Curve looks pretty good though. Let's get these vehicles up here. So spells we're definitely playing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I think we're playing all of these. So the question is, do I want to put in another actual creature just to make it less likely that one of our vehicles are going to be dead? Like I might want to cut this mobile garrison. Which is funny because the Admiral gives our 2 vehicles flying even though they already have flying, so we only get the bonus if we play the garrison. But I just think this card is so low impact, and it's just too risky to have too many vehicles with only 11, I guess we can call it 12 creatures to crew them. So options would be a Sky Swirl Harrier, because I think I want my last card to be a creature for sure, or Night Market Guard, basically, or I guess the Fenhauler, but I don't think it's going to be Fenhauler, because then I would have to play cards like the Implement, which I don't really want to do. It's interesting. We've got a pretty decent amount of evasion. We have 4 flying creatures, plus Ally Strangler has pseudo evasion with Menace. It's kind of interesting that when we have the Audacious Infiltrators trading with their 2-drops, it makes cards like Night Market Guard a little bit better, because it's less likely they'll have something small to trade up for the Night Market Guard. So that's, I don't know if that's good enough reasoning to play it over a much more powerful card. But given that I want to keep my curve low, be aggressive, and it works well with like Tidy Conclusion, Battle at the Bridge, Fenhauler, Subtle Strike even, Cruel Finality. Yeah, I think I like the Night Market Guard in this deck, actually. Not the most efficient body, but 3 power for 3, and it's going to be hard for our opponents to get value off of blocking it, so I kind of like that. This deck looks solid to me. Our pack 1 is really good, and then we kind of trailed off at the end. We got the 2 Tidy Conclusions, but beyond that we just kind of filled out our curve and didn't get anything super bomby, but that's okay. We've got a good curve, we've got good removal, just decent playing all around, and we will take it into round number 1.